All right. All right, first thing I'll do is I'll show you how I set this up. Let me see. We got to go over here. We'll go into display. First thing you want to do to set it up this way is you want to enable virtual super resolution. That allows your Radeon card. This only works on a Radeon. It probably works on a NVIDIA card. I don't know how to do it. I haven't had one for years. I use AMD. And this is the Adrenaline software. You want to enable super resolution. You want to enable GPU scaling, and you want to scaling mode, you want to set it to preserve aspect ratio. Now you want custom resolutions. You do not want to use your monitor resolution. You want to use custom in the software. I have several. This is an ultra wide monitor. Its native resolution is 3440 by 1440p, and I have made several 21 by 9 resolutions custom. I have 720p, 1080p, and 900p. On my particular unit, my PC, 720p is no gain. However, depending on your card, your computer, you might see a big gain using this. Now, what Radeon software does, and I think this is basically how FSR works, is it takes your custom resolution, it upscales it to your monitor. So it's upscaling it to 1440p. Now I am actually right now I am streaming at 1440p. So that's what you want the card to do. You do not want to use your monitor resolution. You want to use the card to do it for you. So make your custom resolution. If it's 16:9, make 16:9 customs. If it's 1080p, you can make, what is it, at 720 and 900p. Try the different resolutions in the game. Do not change your monitor resolution, but you want to turn on super resolution, and you want to turn GPU scaling on, enable it to preserve aspect ratio. Okay, that's how you set this up. I'm not going to tell you how to set up Vortex. There's plenty of YouTube videos, probably some on Twitch too, how to set it up. So I'm just not going to go through that. It's not worth my time, to be quite truthful. So we're going to go back. We have the game running. We're streaming right now. We're going to go ahead and load back up. Okay. Technically, we are in VR right now. I have Vortex up and running. And I have Radeon software, and we are running this game right now. I am running at 900p, 1600 by 900p. That's what we're running at. And let's get turned around here. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. We're out here in the middle of nowhere. And I will gonna have to, I am sure, reset up my joysticks because it loses its place every time I reload the game. So we're gonna go into key bindings. What are we gonna do? It didn't click. Key bindings. We're gonna go to HOTUS. Advanced. Flight movement. And as it says, see, this is actually joystick. It doesn't change. It never changes. But something about Star Citizen cannot figure out what it's doing. Just pretty bad that every time I load this game, I have to go in here and reset this stuff. Every time. Come on. Whoops, that didn't work right. Have one right. There we go. And we want our. Okay, now we're reset. We're going to have to go in here, controls. We're going to have to go to joystick 3. like I say, Star Citizen has its faults, has a lot of them. We want to go to flight. We want to go to flight movement. We'll go down here and we'll want to invert this. Now, you would think right now I change the settings and it would record them. It won't. As soon as I exit the game and reload it, those settings are lost again. I don't know what the deal is with Star Citizen. Pretty basic stuff. It doesn't ever work. Okay, we're going to go ahead here. Range. We're going to go ahead and refuel this thing. Range.
Collecting data.
So we'll get up here and refuel. Jump.
Jumping.
And if you don't believe me that we are running at 900p, we'll go in here and show you. 2100 by 900. Now, like I say, I'm not using the resolution from the monitor. I'm using it from my software, on my Adrenaline software, so it upscales it, and it really looks, you know, it's not as good as 1440p natural, but it's very good. And as you see, I have everything up as high as it will go. And I can't show you because I'm not running off a mirror, but I am actually in VR right now, and I am actually running it in 3D geometry, which is another hit on your graphics card. And I'm still getting the frame rates you see up on the software. I have ASW off. So non-believers, argue with me if you want to, whether or not it works. I don't really care. I have no reason to lie, but if you think I'm lying and I'm making it and faking it, you go right ahead and believe that. Or you can actually try it, and you do not have to run in VR for this to get your frame rates up. You can do this on your monitor. It will have the same result. You'll get anywhere, depending on your unit, you'll get anywhere from, I don't know, 10 frames per second boost to 20. Without me being in VR and 3D geometry, I get about 10, 15 more FPS. What it does is it upsamples your resolution to whatever your basic monitor resolution is. Like my monitor is 3440 by 14p. So even though I'm running at 1600 by 900, it is upscaling it to 1440p, and that's why it looks good. It's not as good as native 1440p, but it's really, really close. Like I say, I do believe, I don't know this for a fact, but I really think this is how FSR works. It's coded into the game, so it does it automatically, where we're doing this, I do it manually. Now, I learned how to do this because of OBS. Now, I am streaming off the Radeon software right now, but I was a big OBS user. But at high resolutions, OBS would lose frame rates. Even though I tried to increase the priority of it, it would lose frame rates. So I couldn't maintain a steady 30 frame rates in OBS running games like Microsoft Flight Simulator, a lot of them. So I tried to figure out how to do it, and that's when I discovered I can use the Radeon software, the Adrenaline software, to fake it and get a very, very good picture regardless. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Now we're going to have to land here, get some clearance so I can refuel this thing, and we'll go to Orson, and you know how bad it is in Orson.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
All right, where's the marker? It's got to be here. Whoop, way down here. As I said, now I am sure, I have no doubts that you can probably do this with an NVIDIA card. I just don't know how. Like I said, I've been using AMD GPUs for a few years, and I don't remember how all that works, or even if it's possible. Landing mode.
Landing gear is
But I'm
down.
betting it will
And
because FSR
locked.
will work on a NVIDIA card. So I think that's how they do it. That's why it actually looks so good, even though I'm running at 900p. It's not as good as 1440p, but you really can't tell the difference, especially on the streams. Even in my headset, when I switch resolutions, I really can't tell the difference because it's upscaling it. Change view.
Roger that.
So, for what it's worth, you want more frame rates, that's how you do it. You do not have to be running it in Vortex to take advantage of it. Change view.
Roger that.
We're going to get on the ground. It says we're talking, but it's not
Landing
talking.
complete.
There it
Have a
goes.
pleasant stay.
Yeah, mobile glass. Mobile glass.
Open Mobiglass.
Vehicle maintenance. Can we do them all at once now, or do we have to do them one at a time still? I haven't played in months and months and months, except for the last 2 days when I was asked by a friend if I could get it running again in Vortex. And Vortex, I'm doing the same thing I did in the past. The only difference is I'm trying to get the frame rate where it's acceptable, because yeah, it looks like the frame rate's gotten worse over a period of time, not better. Okay, it looks like we're refueled. We'll go ahead and get back out of here.
Launch complete.
Raise landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
And as I say, you can tell the difference if you really want to get picky, but like I say, you cannot look at this and tell me you believed it was 900p. And it looks just as good really in 720p, but on my particular cards and CPUs, I get maybe 1 or 2 frame rate gains, so I don't bother. I have a 6700 XT AMD reference card, 3900X CPU.
Thank you, and please visit again.
I do have SAM enabled, but I don't know that it makes any difference in this game. I haven't checked it. Star map.
Activating now.
Okay, let's go to Crusader. And we'll go into Orson, even though I hate these big cities because they're just a pain in the ass. Close mobile glass.
Closing Mobiglass.
Let's see where my marker is. Get past the station here. Jump.
Jumping.
Travel initiated.
Close comms.
Comlink closed.
And I am using the head tracking on my HMD, Oculus Rift S. If you're wondering how I'm head tracking. Just along for the ride here. As you see, well, it's probably pumping 50 frames per second. I guess I could turn my turn my frame rate counter on. I need to change the color. Looks like 40 something, 45. Headset's running at 80. I have ASW off in my Rift. Do not run this game with ASW on. It limits your frame rate, tries to smooth it out, and all it does is make it worse. Some games you can turn it on, but I always turn it off.
Quantum travel complete.
All right. Gotta say. Jump.
Jumping.
Quantum travel initiated.
But if I can run it in VR with 3D geometry on, I am in 3D geometry, which is the most taxing. It's also the most 3D. You can run it on your monitor. Even, oh, this game's gonna crash. Typical Star Citizen. Oh, caught itself. Could have swore it was gonna crash. Like I say, the frame rates in this game are just junk. You have to do things to make it better. And this is a trick you can use if you have a AMD graphics card and you're running Adrenaline software. Now, I'm sure there is a way to do it if NVIDIA, but I do not have a card, so I cannot help you.
Quantum travel. Comrade.
Not that I can see shit. Too close. 75 kilometers is too close, huh? That's the planet. Yeah, their cloud tech just, you know, I call it fog tech. It's not cloud tech. I don't care what they want to convince people. It's just fog tech. And the frame rates here are abysmal. And I could cut it off, and I could get more by turning off 3D geometry, but I'm just going to bear with it. I do not get seasick or anything, so we're just going to cruise control. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
So we're just going to power on down. Like I say, it's dark here now, so it's really not real impressive, Star Citizen to me. I just only thing they've added in 5 years is a few cities. I mean, as far as gameplay, they haven't put any. If you like going around looking at things, I suppose that's all right. Everything else you do, you're acceptable to 30Ks, crashing for whatever reason.
Want to
view.
become famous?
I am
Donate
famous.
you to Liker 7 LOL.
I am famous. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm really impressed with their fog tech. That's what I think it is. Fog tech. It's not cloud tech. You want to see cloud tech, fire up Microsoft Flight Simulator. You want to see fog tech, just start up Star Citizen. There's a big difference. Change view.
Watch that.
Yeah, I'm just not really all that impressed. Frame rates are really sucky here. It's really quite sad. 10 years, this is what you get. 10 years. And they give us double-digit frame rates. Once we get past all this shit, it'll smooth out a little bit. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Just not very impressive to me. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Come on.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Close mobile glass.
Closing Mobiglass.
Okay, I have no idea what's upside down. What is it? I don't know.
Bro 14 FPS LMAO.
Yeah.
Turn down cloud tech.
It's not cloud tech, it's fog tech. There ain't no cloud. You see a cloud? I see fog. You must see better than I see. Because all I see is fog. Ain't no cloud tech in Star Citizen. Fog tech. That's all they know how to make. Fog. Every
I
place
get
you
20
go.
to 30 and I have old stuff.
Yeah, but you're old. Not quite as old as me. I'm in 3D reconstruction. Okay, what's upside down? This might be the right way. We got a bay instead of a landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And
There's a lot of
locked.
shit out here to getting reconstructed in 3D here. It does look cool as far as the structures, but I don't think the clouds look very good. I just think it looks like fog. Okay, am I gonna hit this fucking thing? I might hit it. Oh, let's not get carried away here. Change view.
Roger that.
Change view.
Roger that.
Come on, tell me I'm.
Landing complete.
Thank you.
Doesn't stay.
Power down.
Powering down.
It's going to crash. I see an hourglass in my headset, so it is going to crash. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time for it's going to crash. But that is, yeah. Yeah, see, it done lost something. Which means it's just a matter of time before it crashes. Such is life. It does that when at 30 Ks. It loses the headset first. Like I say, Star Citizen is just not all that damn. I can actually... Nope, see, it's crashed. There it goes, 30K. Come on. Star Citizen at its finest. Gotta love it. And now it won't let me out of the jam screen. Okay, let's see if we can get it to shut down here. I'm gonna have to... It's frozen, so I'm gonna have to do it. Nope, can't get into... It's not gonna let me open Task Manager. Son of a bitch. I hate Star Citizen. This is why I don't play it, but I got it running in VR. That's good enough. Okay, it's not going to let me even tab out. Yep. Not gonna happen. Come on, you worthless piece of crap. I would be embarrassed if I put out something like this. Finally closed. Now I want you to verify files, but see, that doesn't make any sense. Like I say, it's just, I mean, after 10 years, you would really expect something a little bit better. I know everybody who's a fanboy says, oh, no, they've done a wonderful job. Well, not from where I'm sitting. They haven't. People can believe what they want, but I'm not impressed. They need to go back to the drawing board and actually buy an engine that will do what they want it to do. Because it definitely ain't the engine they got. Of course, they stole it, so I guess that's probably why they got it, because he didn't want to actually pay for one. Ba, 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 ba. Hey, but in 9 years, they finally got fog tech. I'm impressed. Okay, maybe not so much. And I realize it takes a long time to load, but most the good games do. This is not a good game, but they tell you it is. They want you to believe it is. But hey, in 10 more years, they might actually hire somebody to replace Chris Roberts and it might get released. Maybe. Maybe not. It's going to crash again loading in. Gotta love it. Yeah, it's going to crash again loading in. Just gotta love Star Citizen. And people actually still spend money on this. Well, it looks like it's trying to recover. Hey, but you know, 5 years they told us they had a new server tech that they could get thousands of people on the same server. That was 5 years ago. They still can only get 50. Okay. Come on. Star Citizen is trying to find itself. Ah, that's what it is. It's trying to find itself. You didn't know that, did you? But it's true. Star Citizen is trying to find itself. Yep, yep. Come on. I gotta love this game. Come on, turn my headset on. Why aren't we getting out of bed? Okay, frame rates are going to be shitty here. The servers are just shitty today is all there is to it. Didn't run this bad earlier in Orson when I was playing around with it. But it's running bad now. What'll happen if I get out of the room? Yeah, I just do not find Star Citizen very impressive. Look at the beautiful fog tech. Yeah, frame rates are terrible. This is just awesome. This is just bad server shit.
Overbex.
Yeah, this is just bad server. You know? But this is going to crash. I can tell by how it's acting, it's going to crash again. But yeah, you were going to call that clouds. I call it fog tech. I don't know how anybody could think that's actually clouds. But hey, the fog's really thick. We're in New England. Foggy morning. But yeah, this is going to crash. It'll take it 5 minutes to crash, but it'll sit here until it does crash. I can tell by how it's acting. It is going to crash. Close comms. Well,
Com link closed.
yeah, I'm not impressed with their cloud tech. I mean, look at it. It looks like fog. I am sorry.
It's all pixely.
Yeah, it's. Like I say, they proud of this, but I don't see where it's any good. I mean, I just don't. They've been working on cloud tech for what, 6, 7 years now? And this is the best they come up with? I mean, this is sad. Well, that's even worse. Now look at it. Like I say, I'm sorry, but
And hello Oldman Hart.
hey Bones, how we doing? Yeah, this is not impressive to me.
Compared to MFS it really lacks.
I'm
They
telling
are
you
also
what.
not dynamic. IL2 got better cloud tech.
Yeah, I mean they're proud of this cloud tech, and I'll tell you what, I've never.
We
10
doing
year.
okay, how about your Slef?
Yep, doing great. Yeah, I've seen better cloud tech in 10-year-old games. I mean, there's nothing impressive about this. I know that people say because it's Star Citizen, it's wonderful, but you know what? I think it's junk. Just be honest. It is terrible. Awful, awful, awful. Like I say, I don't see how that is impressive. I mean, yeah, it's not volumetric clouds. I'm sorry. They might think it is, but it ain't. And turn it up high, all it does is tighten the
On
pixelation.
N64 fog was used to improve frames.
Yeah, I'm on a bad server. I mean, make no mistake about it, this is a bad server. But yeah, I don't see how is this even acceptable? I mean, does this look like shit or does it look like shit? I just don't see why anybody would be impressed with this.
The floating city is cool, but I hear ye.
Yeah, see, even kicking it up to not using upscaling, it's still bad. Except it killed the frame rates even worse. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I just don't see how anybody can be impressed with their work. Yeah, that's just terrible. I'm sorry, but just terrible. This looks... No, I am not impressed. I am sorry, people. I know they want me to be, but I am not. Whoops. Come on. Oh, come on now. Nothing you can do to fix it. Nope. It's just terrible. It's just all there is to it. It's terrible. Yeah, I fail to see how they think this is. People find it acceptable. What are you going to say? I don't see how it is acceptable to anybody, but hey. To each their own, I guess.
The next shuttle is approaching the station. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
But yeah,
Please
I'm
clear
not
the hatch.
impressed.
Shuttle will be departing.
You would have think they would be ashamed to show this. I mean, it looks like it looks terrible to me. I don't care what anybody else says. It looks terrible to me. Everybody else talk about how gorgeous it is, but you know what? It just looks, 10-year-old games look better. To me.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Ba, ba, ba. Whoops, that's not what I wanted.
The shuttle is preparing to depart.
That's what I wanted.
Please clear the hatch. Shuttle will be departing.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Just ain't no fixing it. Start over. Oh, I wonder where that came from.
Battlefield has had better clouds.
I'm telling you what, it's going to crash. I say this server is junk. But I'm pretty sure it's going to crash here. Yep. Knew it was gonna. Well, there ain't no reason to verify it because it just doesn't do any good. Unless you happen to get a better server, yeah. Like I say, it's Star Citizen. Haven't changed since day one. And I know some people love it, but I have no idea why. Because
SC makes me sad.
It does. It's such a disappointment. And it never gets better. It hasn't gotten better since day one, and it just keeps getting worse. I mean, it really is. To me, it's sad. It really is sad. Like I say, I have pretty much given up on it. That's why I never turn it on. It's just not worth messing with. And I know there are diehards out there that just keep trying and hoping, but never gets better.
Let blame the god himself, Chris Roberts.
Yeah, it's pretty much his fault. He's a project manager. You know, you can't blame anybody else except the guy at the top who's just telling everybody what to do. So it's pretty much his fault. As I said, you get rid of him, you probably would get a game out of this. Because he has no idea what priorities are. Yeah, it's kind of sad. Yeah, I'm telling you, Woody, they don't. The frames in this game, they use fog to hide their flaws. Now, if you get on an empty server, it runs pretty good. But if you get 20 people on it, it just goes to shit. Hey, last year Squadron 42 released, so hey, there you go. Yeah, about this time last year that was releasing, right? So I know it's out. That was a year ago. I haven't seen a copy of it yet, but I know it released because Chris Roberts wouldn't have lied about it. I'm telling you, he would not have lied about it. Well, this server's better because the frame rate's up. Definitely on a different server. What the hell? Oh, I'm using my control pad. Duh. I didn't turn it back into VR, so don't need to be crouched down. But it doesn't look any better. Fog Tech still looks like Fog Tech. But frame rates are up. Better server. Next week. They'll fix it next week. I mean, I would be embarrassed to show this. They keep having these free fly events after they add this crap to the game. I would be embarrassed that this is what you get. But people still spending money. Close
No
comms.
SQ42 is no whole year to be seen, same with Theaters of War.
Yes, but they were all going to release last summer. They're both of them. They were releasing them. They were ready. They're just doing the finishing touches. So I know they released them. They wouldn't have lied to us.
Another shuttle will be along shortly.
That's
That
just
shuttle
not
is
possible that
approaching
they
the
would have lied
station.
to us.
He 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 he.
Last call for passengers.
So I know they're out. I just haven't seen a copy of them. But I know they're out. Now, I'm not sure I like the pastel colors in this game. There's nothing wrong with them, but you know, every other game makes colors vivid. But Star Citizen uses a pastel palette. Have you ever noticed that? Nothing's bright. It's always dingy and pastel. Different art style, but I mean, look how washed out everything is. It always is. Nothing to grab you. And I guess that's the art style he likes, and that's why it's that way. But I'm not sure I'm a big fan of it. It's not that it looks terrible. It just kind of like when things look the way they do in real life and not like this.
Approaching next station.
But
If this
once
is your
again,
stop,
that's just
please
personal
prepare to
preference.
disembark. Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Look at that wonderful fog tech, though.
Please clear the hatch.
I mean, I'm sure he can sell that fog tech to somebody. He can't sell it as cloud tech, but he can sell it as fog tech. But it just don't look like clouds to me. And that's why the frame rates are so shitty in Orison's, because everything's so pixelated. And it has to draw all them pixels. But we might actually get out of Orison. Maybe.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to
This
disembark.
is my stop if it decides to get up here.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
This way, this way, this way, this way, this way. I think this way.
The next shuttle is approaching the station.
Gonna call an elevator. Here, elevator.
At Orson Skyway Shuttle Service, last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart.
Yep, fog tech. And to think people make videos about, oh, how pretty this is. I don't get it. I do not get it. They must see something I don't see.
Well, clouds are fog just higher up, lol.
Well, I guess clouds are fog when you're in the middle of them. Okay, what do I do with my... somewhere around here they've got the...
Looking for your next stop after visiting Crusader? Consider the lunar
here
service.
they are. Knew they were up here somewhere.
Preserved lanes offer adventure and stunning natural vistas just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, fogs are clouds when you're in the middle of them. I got no ships here. Okay, I'm lying. Okay, it showed up. All right.
Safety is a top priority for all passengers.
Now, see, I'm at Hangar 7, but you know what? When I get in here, I'm going to have to fix Hangar 7. Doesn't make any sense. Why put the numbers on them if they're not going to use them? Well, at least that was quick. Whee. Start up.
Acknowledged.
Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
You are clear to launch.
Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
Get that door open. Oh, see, it done lost my joystick again. You just gotta love Star Citizen. It is such a wonderfully made game. I mean, they just have gone out of their way to give you an enjoyable experience. I mean, I am just so impressed that I gotta rebind my joysticks every time I use them. Because this game is not smart enough to do that for me. Only game I've ever played that I had to constantly redo my joysticks. Let's see, how I want controls. Joystick 3. This is pathetic that I have to continually reset my joysticks. I'm getting pretty fast at it though.
Launch complete.
Raise landing gear.
Landing gear retracted.
Landing gear.
Cruise control.
Affirmative.
Take 5 hours to get out of here. Yeah, that's Cloud Tech. Look at that pixelated mess. How that is impressive is beyond me. Don't get it. They sure think so. Change view. I mean, that's just a mess. I bet a 3-year-old could have done that. And done it better with a crayon. I mean, look at that
And they took
pixelated.
VR out.
I can say I don't get it. Yeah, I turned
I
it
can't
off.
even
Game
get
kept
mine sticks
crashing.
to work with SC Suyu leaps ahead of me.
Well, you shouldn't have to rebind them every time you enter the game. And I turned Vortex off, so because I'll hear it or some bad server, it was just not worth it running it. And I'd have to re-enter the game to turn my headset back on the VR. I mean, I'm on a decent server now, but when I got here, I wasn't. Yeah, I really think their clouds suck. I'm sorry, but I see nothing impressive about that. I mean, just a bunch of pixelated shit. How is that Cloud Tech? Change view.
Roger that.
Yeah, I can't reattach Vortex now that I'm running. Attach. Close comms.
Comlink closed.
Yeah, years ago it didn't do that. When you bound your joysticks, they stayed. Now I can understand if I unplugged them all the time and disconnected my computer and plugged them back in different spots, but I never unplug them, never unplug any of my USB stuff, and yet Star Citizen has no idea where anything's at. Just bad programming. They just don't know what to do. No other game does it. Never had another game do it. Star Citizen just can't keep track of nothing. I guess that's ice crystals, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, well, I would be sending them back to the drawing board on the cloud tech. It's the best you guys can do. Don't even bother. Maybe that's methane crystals, frozen methane. I don't know. But if it's
You're
methane,
right on the money with your takes.
well, that doesn't make sense. If those were methane crystals, ice, they're not going bouncing off the windshield. They're not going to melt. I mean, it would be too cold for it to be in a liquid form. So I don't get what they're trying to do here. They claim they're all about the science, but yeah, I'm afraid this doesn't make sense. Can't be water. Can't be methane. Anything this high at altitude would be frozen stiff. So why have I got wet stuff on my windshield? Canopy, whatever you want to call it. I guess they thought it would. Okay, we're out of the star map.
Activating now.
Should be able to jump, right? Maybe.
Hydrogen fuel belt. 75.
Close star map.
Affirmative.
Where is your science now, Chris?
Well, it's only, obviously, it's like a politician. They only use science when it's to their benefit. Then they claim it. But other than that, I mean, it's not that it doesn't look kind of neat. I just don't understand how it could be possible. Now, I can't even see this range. Big old white cloud here. Look at that. That cloud tech is terrible. Range.
Collecting data.
I'm not out of the atmosphere yet. I thought I was out of the atmosphere. Jeez. Still climbing. Change view.
Roger that.
Yeah, look at that. That's just a pixelated mess. I don't see how that's acceptable. I don't see how people like that. I mean, that's awful. There are 10-year-old games out there that have better cloud tech than that. Yeah. They'd have brought that to me, I'd have told them to go back to the drawing board because that's just something. Wow. I'm not impressed. Change view.
Roger that.
Change it out. Sunlight here. Like sunlight. Jump.
Jumping.
Yeah, I don't know. Uh-oh. It's trying to crash. It is trying. Yeah. I'm going back to Microsoft Flight Sim. I don't see it getting any better. Maybe a couple more patches in the future it will.
Quantum travel complete.
Jump.
Quantum
Jumping.
travel initiated. Quantum travel.
We've been initiated. Range.
Collecting data.
No, you stopped collecting data. Come on. Come on, woman. Hell, the fog tech out here looks better than it does on Orison.
I think PPL want to be nice so Sig well hear them, but by just not being blunt and honest this game will stay this way forever. Imo.
I think you're right. Cruise control.
Affirmative.
I think you're absolutely right. People tell them what they want to hear, not the truth. I have no problem telling everybody that I just think it sucks. I had big expectations. I have them no more. They have disappointed me too many times over the years. Contacts.
Broadcasting now.
Please proceed to assigned landing bay.
Close mobile glass.
Closing mobiGlass.
And I've got to the point I really don't even believe it's going to be a successful game. I don't see it happening. It's been mismanaged, misproduced for so long here, I don't think it's salvageable. Hate to say that. Landing mode.
The landing gear is down. And
They've
locked.
wasted so much money. There ain't much going to be much left to actually finish the game. Can't see anybody coming in and rescuing it because of how it runs. I can't see it making a profit once it does release, unless they continue to sell shit that they claim they won't do, but I bet they do. Change view.
Roger that.
I mean, I don't care what they say. This is a perfect pay-to-win game. They claim, oh, it's not pay-to-win. The hell it ain't. Change view.
Roger that.
Power down.
Systems
Powering down.
offline.
Exit ship. That ain't gonna happen. Probably should have filled it up, but I really don't care. I won't be back for till they redo the some patch in the future. There just really isn't a whole lot to do except fly around once in a while. I've done all the missions. I've done all the FPS stuff. It gets boring. You know, just nothing to keep my interest. It's not the technological wonder they want people to believe. I think Flight Sim, hell, I think Shadow of the Tomb Raider looks better than this game does. And it's what, 5 years old, 6 years old? As far as detail? You know, so, yeah. But I'll check back in and patch it too and see what it does. Only reason I did this, checked in here, is friend couldn't get his VR running, but it runs just fine in VR, except at Orson. Nothing you can do about Orson. And it'll never be fixed. Come on, I know I hit the button. Of course, I don't know. Are we getting farther away? Yeah, we are. So we are moving. We are moving. Just can't tell it. There we go. No elevator rumble. And we'll store it. Should have filled it up. I ought to just claim it. But, guess I can't do that. Is it going to store? Here we go. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I think that'll do it for me. I'm probably going to fly some Flight Sim here in a little bit. After I get refreshed my drink. I keep hoping. I thought maybe when they talked how great this was, saw some of them YouTube videos say how pretty Orson was. And people talking about it. I don't see nothing pretty about it. I think it's a joke. But, you know, different strokes, different
Their
folks.
problem is they are making two games at once, and by not caning one of them SQ42 or the MoPTU and focusing on make one, they will always be behind.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, all the money they've collected for the PU. You know what I mean? Nobody's buying ships for Star Citizen. I mean, Squadron 42. But see, that's not what Chrissy wants. Chrissy wants to make movies, and that's basically what Squadron 42 is. It's a playable movie. And Chrissy wants to be a director, so Chrissy has stole all the money that people have paid for Star Citizen and put it in Squadron 42, and now he's just got a mess and he's got nothing. You know, let's be realistic. Ain't nobody spent money on Squadron 42. But they spent it on Star Citizen and he stole the money. Same thing he did with Freelancer. It's no different. He did the same shit with Freelancer to make that movie he made, stole all that money out of Freelancer to make that movie. He's doing the same MO. Stealing the money from Star Citizen to make his playable movie. Like I say, people accept it. They get what they deserve, you know. But he won't see nothing
But
from
with
me.
the PTU he could do a live movie make no sense to me.
No, it doesn't. That's what. But see, he wants to be a director. He wants to play with movie stars. He does not want to be. He does not want to be a game maker. He wants to be in the movie star business. That's what he wants, and the only way he can do it is to steal money from other projects. So, you know, good. You know, people want to pay him to do that. That's their business. He just won't make the money off me. Alright, I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for watching. I'm done complaining about Star Citizen.
Sad,
Like-
sad, sad. Sad
Yes.
face.
Yes, I agree. It is sad. There's nothing we can do about it. He's going to do whatever he wants to do. As long as people keep giving him money, he's going to do it. He's not ever going to finish this game. He doesn't want to finish this game because if he finishes the game, where is he going to get his money? So he just hopes people keep sending him millions of dollars. And so far they have, so, it's working for him. Okay, Bones, we're out of here. We'll see you in a bit. We'll probably be back here in a little bit, and
Have a good day though.
yeah, and you too. And we're probably going to do a little flight sim here in a little bit. But until then, we will see you